Mr. Tennant here, and I have another full boot review for you guys today. Today we're taking a look at the Ariat Futurity Fame Cowboy boot. Now this is in saddle brown Pirarucu and red cedar. Now I've worn this boot about 6 times and it has held up really well. The leather sole on this is what they call like an 11 iron. It is butyl infused, so it has some oils infused into that leather, and it really does hold up really well over time to being worn. Now just a little background information to bring you up to speed on this boot. Now this boot does have a 13-inch shaft with these really nice pull holes. Does feature a 1.75 full leather stacked heel, and that heel does have some good lip on that spur shelf, so your blue jeans should stack nicely. And as I mentioned, that full leather sole, as you can see here, I've worn it, has held up really well over time. Basically, I've just keep this clean, keep the boot conditioned. It's held up really well. I do like this kind of wider cutter toe or just a standard square toe with a single stitched welt. It's a little bit narrow for a wide toe, and it has more of that cutter shape. So to me, it's kind of like a wide cutter toe. I do like that single stitched welt on this Pirarucu. I think it is a really cool look. This leather has held up really well over time. I just used Bickmore Exotic on it, and the shaft on this thing is really cool. Has a really cool stitch pattern and like underlay and embroidery there. It looks really cool. I like the way it has patinaed over time and held up really well. It's a pretty pliable shaft. It's not going to be, you know, uncomfortable, stiff or anything. Now, this boot is full leather lined with a removable insole, and this is made in Mexico. Now, a little background on the Pirarucu. I've done some research, kind of like got some questions of like, why Pirarucu? You know, it's a fish from the Amazon. Like, why are we using it to make cowboy boots? Those are the background there. There used to be an anteater material that leather was used to make cowboy boots. Well, that is no longer allowed. You know, that's one of like sea turtle and other such materials. You're not allowed to use those animals in products anymore. So they found an alternative here, and this looks very similar to the way anteater looked. So I think that's the main reason behind it. Plus it's pretty unique. You know, not a lot of people are gonna have boots that are Pirarucu, so it's a bit of a statement piece. I've only worn these to work a few times. They're definitely more of a showstopper. Get a lot of compliments. People are like, what in the world is that boot made out of? You know, that is really strange. Almost looks like a pineapple. I've gotten a couple of comments like that. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and throw these on, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. All right, I'm back with a pair of Ariat M2 traditional bootcut jeans that I went ahead and paired with this Fame Cowboy boot in this really light colored Pirarucu. So I've worn these boots probably about 6 times, and I have to say they're super comfortable. That tech step is really nice, and this leather sole really has held up well over time. Plus this wide cutter toe with that single stitched welt is just such a cool finish and color. Plus I really do like this Pirarucu, such a unique looking finish. Pretty happy with this boot overall. I do like this 1.75 inch leather stacked heel, has a great amount of lip. As you can see here, it allows my blue jeans to catch and stack nicely. Now the shaft on this is quite a bit taller at about 13 inches. It is a pretty narrow shaft though. Has these nice pull holes, nice leather lined. Plus I love this kind of brick red color with the embossing and all of this stitch pattern. Nice deep V, super comfortable to wear all day, and they've held up really well over time. So that has been my full review of the Ariat Futurity Fame Cowboy boot. If you would like to check these out, I'll have a link in the description to these boots. I'll also have a link that will give you 10% off your entire Ariat order. And finally, if you do like content like this, if you could like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that really does help me to bring additional content.